This is Zim Papers Television Network. This is the national quiz that we've been following, our National Universities Quiz Challenge. And this has been sponsored by the Swedish Embassy in Zimbabwe for Say What, our proud partners. It has been a long and grueling road to the finals, but certainly we have reached that moment where we are faced with our three finalists. And of course, if you haven't been following us, we whittled down from 10 teams, no less, 10 state universities, and now we've got only three: the Midlands State University, the National University of Science and Technology, and indeed Gwanda State University. 7 have fallen by the wayside. Welcome back, and I know a lot of you were anticipating that return, and we finally are here. Our students are elsewhere, and they shall be joining me in the studio pretty soon, taking their spot and going down that last mile to make sure that they are the custodians for the next year of this beautiful, beautiful Challenge Cup that stands towering behind me. Now let's go over to where the students are and see what's happening on the other end of Herald House on the West Wing.
So it has come to that time where we finally get to watch the last round of the competition and determine who is the ultimate university team. Now we have 3 teams left. We have Gwanda State University, we have NUST, and we have MSU. Who will be crowned champion for 2020? I've got one of the teams with me now, and these ones are from Gwanda State University. Guys, how are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? You're at the end.
It's the most important part.
Are you feeling confident you've got this?
No, I'm kind of nervous. Like a lot of adrenaline is just rushing through. So, wow.
What happens if you win?
Well, it's something that I will be proud of because this is my first quiz competition. So, yeah, if I win, I'll be the most proud person. Yeah.
Well done for getting this far, and we can't wait to see how you perform. You may go this way while I wait for the next team, and good luck to you guys. All right, so up next I have representatives from where? Where are you representing?
National University of Science and Technology.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Even more nervous than with the very first round of competition?
And now it's kind of better, used to the pressure.
You're used to the pressure now. 20 seconds doesn't seem so few now, does it?
Yes, I think it's a lot of time now.
All right. Now, what happens if you win?
I think, I don't know what is going to happen.
Are you the person who does cartwheels and dances?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Good luck, guys. We can't wait to see how you perform. All the best. You can go this way. And of course, the final team today, getting ready to go through to the finals. The finals. How are you feeling?
Excited. Yes, very excited.
Do you think you've got this?
Yeah, I think we're somewhere along those lines, yeah.
Did you think you had this yesterday?
Yes, I did. You were sure? I was, yeah.
What gave you such confidence?
Well, I guess it was just my mood.
All right, what happens if you win?
We're going to make everybody at home in the school proud.
Are they going to plan a part? Am I invited?
We're actually hoping they do.
The first on our list.
All right, guys, we hope that you enjoy the last stage of the process, and good luck to you. We'll see how you perform, and we'll see you afterwards. Hopefully in time for a party. All right, so that is our 3 universities that are remaining behind: MSU, NUST, as well as Gwanda State University. An exciting time it's going to be. I know we all want to know what's happening, who takes home the trophy. Let's go back to the studio for that.
Well, there you have it. It seems some are not even planning on winning. They're taking each step as it comes, and they know that this is that stage where they need to keep their nerves and possibly lift this very great, amazing rather, a trophy that stands behind me. But of course, they shall be coming into the studio anytime soon. And with time, I'm also going to be introducing to you my two adjudicators who I have been with these past 2 days. We haven't, of course, given you their identities and what they do, because we were waiting for this ultimate moment so that you know who was behind the scenes working on that. Again, I will remind you that we've got Gwanda State University, NUST University, that's the National University of Science and Technology, and of course MSU. But before we get into this final leg, let us take a look at the highlights, because it's been quite a road. So let us walk down that road and remember, reminisce, and go through what these past 2 days have had for us. So there they are, making a beeline for the studio. I'm good to go, and it seems so too are the teams. The rules remain as yesterday. Question number 1. In family planning, what does the abbreviation LARC stand for? In family planning, what does the abbreviation LARC stand for? Or what are LARCs? Apparently you're getting good word from the people. Your time is up. Stop writing immediately. And I shall ask, commencing with Gwanda State University, that you read the answer that you have written on your slate.
Long-term acting reversible contraceptive.
Long-acting reversible contraceptives.
Long-lasting reversible contraceptives.
On which specific date did World Health Organization declare COVID-19 to be a global pandemic? Gwanda State University. Okay, you know what? We'll have this discussion a bit later on. But look, read what's on your slate.
11 March 2020.
University of Zimbabwe.
25 February.
30 January 2020.
The correct answer is 11 March 2020. Who knows things like that? Gwanda, find a situation relating to or resulting from the influence of human beings on nature. Okay, stop writing. Gwanda State University, please state your answer.
Anthropogenic.
Okay. University of Zimbabwe.
Colonization.
And then the Midland State University.
Blank.
Gwanda, again, what do you guys do? The answer, apparently, is anthropogenic, which you got correct. And normal people are not supposed to get those questions correct. And normal people are not supposed to get those other questions wrong. So I'm thinking it's a sad month. It was a sad month for us. And if people were watching us on ZTN, we had a soft launch last year because we lost, it's in this month, the late former President Robert Mugabe. And he used to talk about colonization a lot. And I'm thinking he probably would have said, our anthropogenicizers who anthropogenitized our country. We took it and we are now sovereign. We are a free nation because we did away with anthropogeny. Since, of course, it's synonymous with colonization, according to the UZ. You couldn't even say colonization. Of course, I did promise that I would be going to the quarantine area, but I decided not to. If the mountain can't come to Muhammad, Muhammad must come to the mountain. They will come to me. To just give you a brief show of how close this was. There are 6 of you, and the points were as follows: 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. I will start by asking Bindura University, take the spot. You look confident of going through. Gwanda, where are you? Come and take the spot alongside Bindura. I will tell you that your two teams are separated by 1 point. One of you, as a team, is going through to the finals. The upside is Bindura is absolutely near. For now, get out of my studio. Unseal, send them out. I don't know what the others feel about it. What I can tell you, University of Zimbabwe, Harare Institute of Technology, my defending champions, Harare Institute of Technology, I will see you again in my studio when you hand over the trophy to somebody else. In the meantime, get out of my studio and get out, University of Zimbabwe. So that was a recap of day 2, but certainly what we await now is that absolute final. And we need finality. We need to know who our champion is. And as a result, the 3 are waiting to enter the studio. My studio has been unsealed to welcome in Gwanda State University. Please walk into your studio. National University of Science and Technology, please walk into your studio. And Midlands State University, please walk into your studio. Welcome home to what has been your home over the past 2 days. You have found it to be more homely than the rest, and as a result, you have occupied it at this grand stage and on this grand occasion. Congratulations for getting thus far. If you're just joining us, this is Zim Papers Television Network, and you are joining me, your host and quizmaster Robert Mkandiwa, for the National University's Quiz Challenge. And this is the final. We've lost 7. We have 3 of the best: Midlands State University, National University of Science and Technology, and of course, Gwanda State University. What lies here on my podium here is what you shall definitely take away. We just don't know which you will take. And of course, one of you will walk away with the trophy. Indeed, now your colleagues are watching, because the quarantine area has become a watching area, and they now have their gadgets, or at least they're privy to what's going on in here. So that's a bit more pressure, because they'll be judging you and saying, we could have done better. Certainly. Another thing I will tell you is that you still have 20 seconds to answer your questions. We shall be having 25 questions. And indeed, we know that you all have a podium finish. We just don't know on which position. You're allowed to start writing on your slate whatever time you think you have understood my question, whether I finished asking it or not. But you shall not be allowed to go beyond the 20 seconds that we have prescribed for you, after which I will ask you to brandish your slates before me. And then I will ask you to read out the answer that you will have written exactly as you will have written it. May the best team win, and congratulations to all of you nonetheless for having gotten this far. The first question and first group of questions will be coming from category 1, family planning and contraception. Question number 1. What does the abbreviation CHC in contraceptive methods stand for? What does the abbreviation CHC in contraceptive methods stand for?
Five, 4,
5 seconds.
2,
1.
It is time. Midlands, you got the light, and coincidentally, we are going to start with you, after you all brandish your answers towards me. Midlands, do the honors.
Combined hormonal contraceptive.
National University of Science and Technology.
Combined hormonal contraceptives.
And Gwanda State University.
Combined hormonal contraceptive.
Combined hormonal contraceptive it is. Question number 2. Define a condition in which one or more convulsions occur in a pregnant woman suffering from high blood pressure, often followed by coma and posing a threat to the health of mother and baby. Define a condition in which one or more convulsions occur in a pregnant woman suffering from high blood pressure, often followed by coma and posing a threat to the health of mother and baby.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. May you please brandish your answers towards me. Midlands State University, state your answer.
Eclampsia.
And National University of Science and Technology.
Maternal syndrome.
And Gwanda State University.
Maternal morbidity.
Eclampsia is the correct answer. Question number 3. A premature birth occurs before how many weeks of carrying a pregnancy? A premature birth occurs before how many weeks of carrying a pregnancy?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. May you please stop writing immediately. Stop writing immediately. Please brandish your answers towards me. Midlands State University.
36 weeks.
National University of Science and Technology.
6 weeks.
Gwanda State University.
36 weeks.
37 weeks is the prescribed answer. Question number 4. Give any one effect of synthetic estrogen containing contraceptives. Give any one effect of synthetic estrogen containing contraceptives. One effect of synthetic estrogen containing contraceptives.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Please brandish your answers. And Midlands State University, who also had the bragging rights of the light being on, may you state your answer.
Acne.
National University of Science and Technology.
Stops ovulation.
And Gwanda State University.
Stopping ovulation.
Breast tenderness, bloating, nausea, acne changes, changes in bleeding pattern, changes in cholesterol levels, or changes in risk to some diseases and cancers. And question number 5. Name a hormonal contraceptive method that is recommended for breastfeeding mothers. Name a hormonal contraceptive method that is recommended for breastfeeding mothers.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With time being up, I will ask that you brandish your answers towards me. with Midland State University leading us in revealing what they've written on their slate.
Pill.
National University of Science and Technology,
Progesterone only pill.
Gwanda State University,
Progesterone only pill.
progestin only contraceptives is the answer prescribed. I shall be, of course, bringing you alive to the fact that each question carries 2 points. However, at the discretion of our adjudicators, who I shall be revealing in time, depending on the nature of an answer given, sometimes they may use their discretion to give a point for an answer that is close to the correct prescribed answer. We walk now into category 2, sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and AIDS. Sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and AIDS. What does the abbreviation DBS in HIV testing stand for? What does the abbreviation DBS in HIV testing stand for? MSU, your light is on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody, your time is up. Please brandish those slates looking towards me, and I will ask MSU to state their answer.
Dry blood spot.
National University of Science and Technology,
Dried blood spot.
and Gwanda State University.
Dry blood spot.
Dry blood spot, it indeed is. Question number 2 in category 2. Give an example of the most common type of horizontal transmission of HIV. Give an example of the most common type of horizontal transmission of HIV.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Stop writing. Time's up. Brandish your slates towards me. MSU, please read out your answer.
Sexual intercourse with HIV positive partner.
National University of Science and Technology,
Unprotected sex with an infected person.
Gwanda State University,
Unprotected sexual intercourse with all.
mother-to-child transmission, MTCT is the prescribed answer. As we move on to question number 3, male circumcision is estimated to prevent HIV acquisition in men by what percentage? Male circumcision is estimated to prevent HIV acquisition in men by what percentage?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is up. Please brandish your slates towards me, and Midland State University, please state the answer that you have written.
60%.
National University of Science and Technology,
60%.
Gwanda State University,
60%.
and 60% it is, leading us to question number 4 in the category of the 4 common incurable viral STIs, which one is known to affect the liver? Of the 4 common incurable viral STIs or sexually transmitted infections, which one is known to affect the liver? You have 10 seconds to go on the clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Please brandish those slates towards me. Midland State University, state your answer.
Hepatitis.
National University of Science and Technology,
Heps.
and Gwanda State University.
HSV.
Hepatitis is the correct prescribed answer. Question number 5. The stage of HIV progression where an individual experiences flu-like symptoms as fever, raised temperature, rash, sore throat, swollen glands is known as what? The stage of HIV progression where an individual experiences flu-like symptoms such as fever, rash, sore throat, swollen glands is known as what stage?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is up. Please brandish those slates towards me. Midlands State University, please state the answer you have written.
Seroconvention.
National University of Science and Technology.
Incubation period.
Gwanda State University.
Symptomatic stage.
Acute primary infection stage is the prescribed answer as we complete category 2 heading into category 3. Of course, we have been together over the past 2 days, but some of us in the world out there have not. So I'll come back to that point where I'll ask you to introduce yourselves and just briefly tell us what you are reading towards at your university. So the lady, Midlands State University, please get us rolling.
My name is Lynette Ndlovu. I'm studying medicine.
Medicine. And the gentleman?
They call me Shingai Mabwe and I'm studying law.
Shingai Mabwe, studying law. National University of Science and Technology.
Hi, I'm Rasha Obamala. I'm studying environmental science and health.
And the gentleman?
My name is Tinashe Band. I'm studying accounting.
And finally, Gwanda State University.
I am Grace Gadze and I'm studying animal science.
And the gentleman?
I'm Anel Espanda, studying geomatics and survey engineering.
Well, now that those who didn't know you now know you, perhaps we shall continue with the slaying of one another that you so far are doing a great job of. Category 3 is within SGBV and sexual health. SGBV and sexual health. Question number 1. What does the abbreviation SEA in gender-based violence stand for? What does the abbreviation SEA in gender-based violence stand for?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Stop writing immediately. Time's up. Stop writing immediately. Caps on your felt pens. Brandish. Midlands State University, state the answer that you have written.
Sexual.
National University of Science and Technology.
Sexual elimination.
And Gwanda State University.
Sexual assault.
Sexual exploitation and abuse is the prescribed answer. Question number 2. You will need to be quick on your hands and fingers. Short question. You may need a handful. Define gender. Define gender.
Five,
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time. Stop writing immediately. MSU, NUST, GSU, stop writing. Brandish those slates. Take a deep breath. Midlands State University, state your answer.
Gender is aligned to femininity and masculinity.
And what is gender at NUST?
Gender are ascribed roles and responsibilities and responsibility by the community to male and female.
And Gwanda State University.
Characteristics such as masculinity and femininity.
The prescribed answer is socially constructed roles given to men and women. What society constructs as roles given to men and women. Question number 3. In Zimbabwe, what percentage of women aged between 20 to 49 years are married before their 18th birthday, according to the 2014 Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey, MICS? In Zimbabwe, what percentage of women aged 20 to 49 years are married before their 18th birthday, according to the 2014 Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey, MICS?
5, 4,
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Stop writing and brandish those slates towards me. MSU, I need an answer.
15 to 25%.
National University of Science and Technology.
20%.
Gwanda State University.
30%.
32.8% is the prescribed answer. 32.8%. That is the answer I have. Question number 4. Which law in Zimbabwe specifies age of consent to sexual intercourse? Which law in Zimbabwe specifies age of consent to sexual intercourse? What is that law known as?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Please stop writing. Midland State University, state what you have.
Criminal law.
National University of Science and Technology.
Age of consent.
Gwanda State University.
Sexual consent law.
Sexual consent law. That's interesting. Could work. It's criminal codification and law reform. Criminal codification and law reform. Question number 5, the last in this category. An individual whose sexual and or romantic attraction to others is not restricted by gender is also known as what? An individual whose sexual and or romantic attraction to others is not restricted by gender is also called what?
Five,
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop writing. Thank you. Brandish your... Interesting. I will ask Midland State University to read your answer first.
Bisexual.
National University of Science and Technology.
Transgender.
Gwanda State University.
Bisexual.
Pansexual is the answer. I'm sure some people are hearing it for the first time, wherever they are, and they're having a laugh. Category 4 is COVID-19, malaria, tuberculosis, mental health, and cancers of the reproductive system. COVID-19, malaria, tuberculosis, mental health, and cancers of the reproductive system. Now, question number 1. In mental health, what does the abbreviation PTSD stand for?
Five,
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is it. Stop writing. Brandish your answers towards me. Midland State University.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
National University of Science and Technology.
Parental trans.
Parental trans SD. Brilliant.
Post-traumatic stress.
Wonder State University. You're very excited to read that before I even ask you to read it. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Because that is the correct answer. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Question number 2. The ability of an organism to produce a disease can be commonly called what? The ability of an organism to produce a disease can be commonly called what?
Five, four, three, two, one.
It is time. Brandish your slates towards me. Midland State University, please state your answer.
Virulence.
National University of Science and Technology.
Infection.
Wanda.
Pathogenic.
Pathogenic, pathogenicity, pathogenesis. Yes, indeed. Question number 3. In 2019, which country in Africa had the highest malaria incidence rate? In 2019, which country in Africa had the highest malaria incidence rate? Which African country had the highest malaria incidence rate in 2019?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is time. Please brandish those slates facing where I am. Midland State University.
Mozambique.
National University of Science and Technology.
Nigeria.
Wanda State University.
Nigeria.
And certainly it is Nigeria. Question number 4. What percentage of TB cases are co-infected with HIV in Zimbabwe according to national TB guidelines? In Zimbabwe, what percentage of TB cases, tuberculosis cases, are co-infected with HIV according to the national TB guidelines?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody, your time is up. Stop writing immediately and brandish, please, those. Let us hear MSU.
80 to 85%.
Let us hear National University of Science and Technology.
78%.
Wanda State University.
20%.
We wish it is 80% actually. It would be nice if it were just 20 or even less or even nothing at all. Question number 5 in the penultimate round or category. 2 female cancers are known to result from inherited mutations. Name any one of them. 2 female cancers are known to result from inherited mutations. Name any one. MSU running up the electricity bill.
3,
You've got the light on again. It is time. May you please brandish those for me. MSU.
Breast cancer.
National University of Science and Technology.
Cervical cancer.
Gwanda State University.
Cervical cancer and breast cancer.
You said breast cancer and?
And cervical.
You were asked of one, of course, and the choice was between breast or ovarian cancer. Breast cancer or ovarian cancer. And with one more category to go, you are 5 questions away. One of you is 5 questions away from lifting that trophy. I don't know whether your colleagues are watching from the now viewing zone. I wish I could have eyes on them. I'm certainly sure that some have become accustomed to the fact that they're sitting on the terraces. I'm sure Lupane is safely there. They've got a safe, warm spot, and they no longer care, and they really will be rooting for somebody here. Some who just left only recently, maybe they haven't come around to getting to support someone, but I'm sure because of the relations that you have made over the past couple of days, you've made friends, and even if you've knocked them out, I'm sure wherever they are supporting at least one team here, and they're rooting for you. And indeed, many people the country over are rooting for you. And thank you to those watching: Lakson Jobgo, Tinashe Shoko, Oswald Mudefi, Fawai Natasha, all of you, thank you. And we are 5 questions away, you and I both, from knowing who amongst these 3 is going to lift that trophy. Tread absolutely carefully. Category 5 is our favorite category, I know. Climate change and environment. Question number 1. Within the Kyoto Protocol, the abbreviation CDM stands for what? What does CDM stand for within the Kyoto Protocol? You've got 10 seconds left on your clock.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Stop writing immediately and brandish those slates towards me. Midlands State University, first, tell me, how has the going been so far? We are on that ultimate stretch. How would you sum this up?
Getting tougher.
Getting tougher?
Yes.
Nobody said it was easy. No one said it would be this hard, though. That's what Coldplay said. That's what I say today. Give me your answer.
Climate and disease monitoring.
Climate and disease management. National University of Science and Technology. How's the going?
It's tough.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't look like it. You're smiling. It looks like a stroll in the park for you. Or you're just that bright light all the time. Give us the answer that you have.
Climate disaster management.
And I don't know whether to ask you, Gwanda State University, in this round, at this juncture, how the going is, but I will for good measure. How is the going?
Educative.
Oh, yes, absolutely, because we need to have that as well. Educative, indeed. And your answer?
Carbon DM.
Carbon DM. Yeah, well, it's Clean Development Mechanism. Clean Development Mechanism. Question number 2. What is the term used to define the total greenhouse gas emission caused by an individual, event, organization, service, or product expressed as carbon dioxide equivalent? What is the term used to define the total greenhouse gas emissions caused by an individual, event, organization, service, or product expressed as carbon dioxide equivalent? We've got 8 seconds to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is up. Show me those slates. I will tell you that this year, probably because of COVID-19, mine has probably been at its least in the past decade. I have left a very small carbon footprint this year because I am not allowed to travel. And now that I'm allowed to travel by air, I do not want somebody poking my nose. Midlands State University, please read what's on your slate.
Global Warming Index.
National University of Science and Technology.
Global warming.
And Gwanda State University.
Carbon credit.
Carbon credit. The answer as specified is carbon footprint, as you may have guessed so far. Question number 3. Human beings, us, we, you and I, human beings account for what percentage of forest and veld fires across the globe? Human beings account for what percentage of forest and veld fires across the globe?
Five, 4,
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
It is time. May you please brandish your slates that I may see them. Midlands State University, please state the answer on your slate.
Greater than 60%.
Greater than 60%. That's quite a stretch. That's could be anything, 150%. National University of Science and Technology.
52%.
Gwanda State University.
60 to 75%.
95% is the mess that we create, as a matter of fact. More than 9 out of 10 fires are caused by these creatures. Question number 4. On which day is the World Environment Day commemorated? On which day is the World Environment Day commemorated? MSU think they've got it and they've lit
5,
the bulb.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Please raise your slates. Midlands State University.
5 June.
National University of Science and Technology.
5 Jan.
Gwanda State University.
25 September.
I'm going to look up what 25 September is, because it certainly is 5 June. But I will tell you what 25 September is. I'll look it up for you. And this question stands between one of you, maybe two, maybe all of you, and the trophy. The final question of our National University's Quiz Challenge 2020. And here it is. Which department is designated to observe climate change in Zimbabwe? Which department is designated to observe climate change in Zimbabwe?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is it. This is certainly it. It's the end of the road for you, me, our adjudicators, our viewers. Only difference is our road has ended on a rather better and flowery note. And certainly for one of you, that road will be even more glamorous. I ask that you brandish your slates towards me as I have fun for the last time with you. Midlands State University, please state what you have on that slate.
Ministry of Water, Climate and Environment.
The ministry is a department. Okay. National University of Science and Technology.
Meteorological Department.
And Gwanda State University.
Emma.
Who is she? Well. It's been a great day, and I will tell you that the answer is Climate Change Management Department. The Climate Change Management Department. And the fact that you don't know that, I think we need a word with the chap who's running it. And because Emma, whoever she is, has been featuring quite a lot, I think the Environmental Management Agency should be proud that they're known so much and so well. And of course, at the moment, my adjudicators are going to now be putting together those scores. We shall know very soon who walks away with what. And of our adjudicators, one is an SRHR or GGBV nurse and counselor and midwife with 14 years experience, no less, currently working with adolescents and youth at what was known as the Adult Rape Clinic, now only known as ARC. And the other is an SRHR SGBV nurse counselor, also a midwife, 14 years experience working with adolescent youth, graduated with an honors degree in development studies with MSU, also did a master's program with the University of Zimbabwe in women's law with particular focus on women's social legal issues, and more than 5 years experience in gender SRH programming, working with you guys, with young people. So those are the people who were judging you, and they are now holding us to ransom because they have what we want. And I hope very soon they will have collated that. I shall ask one to quickly come forward when they're done. So perhaps the both of you can, oh, well, we've got, when you're done, take your time. I think we have all the time in the world. I think they're not anxious. Are you anxious, teams? Nah, doesn't look like it. You know you've nailed it.
Life will never be the same again.
Absolutely. No. How to tell someone in Bari or in Soweto that they should exercise social distancing?
Every single one of us, barring a few, are praying more.
What is the health economic cost of what we are trying to achieve?
I don't know whether his chairman knows he runs at about 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I've just got symptoms, so I just called the doctor and and then he just advised me to have to stay at home, eh?
Life will never be the same again.
Absolutely. How do you tell someone in Mbaria or in Soweto that they should exercise social distancing?
Every single one of us, barring a few, are praying more.
What is the health economic cost of what we are trying to achieve?
I don't know whether his chairman knows he runs at about 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I've just got the symptoms, so I just called the doctor and and then he just advised me to have to stay at home, eh?
life will never be the same again.
Absolutely. How do you tell someone in Mbaria or in Soweto that they should exercise social distancing?
Every single one of us, barring a few, are praying more.
What is the health economic cost of what we are trying to achieve?
I don't know whether his chairman knows he runs at about 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I've just got symptoms, so I just called the doctor and and then he just advised me to have to stay at home, eh?
Welcome back. The judges' scores are in. We know the fate of the three, but before we go there, we're going back to the Deputy Head of Mission for the Swedish Embassy in Zimbabwe, who happens to be our main sponsor for the quiz, our biggest, our prime partner, who's been working with us hand in hand from the absolute beginning. So, a word from our sponsor.
Good morning. My name is Malin Krok and I'm the Deputy Head of Mission at the Embassy of Sweden in Zimbabwe. I would like to begin by thanking you all for tuning in to the National University's quiz competition, aptly themed Sexual Reproductive Health and COVID-19, an era of double-barreled actions. I also want to thank Say What, not only for organising this event, but also for facilitating an opportunity for young people in Zimbabwe to take ownership of their adolescent sexual and reproductive health and rights agenda and actively discussing the shared responsibility to respond to the unmet sexual information needs of young people even during the public health emergencies such as COVID-19. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the young people for putting in their time and effort to bring you this exciting quiz competition. I would like to encourage all participating universities to enjoy and learn from this process. I hope that this exchange of experience and knowledge is beneficial not only to you, but to everyone who is watching. Sweden acknowledges that there can be no valid or effective health response in Zimbabwe without the inclusion of the young people in their diversity. To achieve the vision of 2030 Sustainable Development Goals to leave no one behind, it is imperative that the health needs of young people be adequately addressed. In this regard, the Swedish Embassy in Zimbabwe is proud to partner with Say What for the sole purpose of mobilizing young minds and voices as a strategic investment for sustainable development. I represent a government which is very strong about equal rights and opportunities. This is part of our feminist foreign policy as well as our current drive for democracy. It's our hope that by continuing working together, we can turn our commitment into action, action that can be seen and felt in the lives of every Zimbabwean, especially the young people. Once again, thank you to everyone who has joined this broadcast. It's only by working together and extending our circle of friends that we can make a difference. I thank you. Siyabonga, Tatenda.
So that, of course, was a word from our sponsors. And I'll quickly now dash to the adjudicators, one of the adjudicators, Rumbidzai Zimudzi, to give us her short speech on what the adjudicators adjudged over the past 2 days and a report on the quiz competition and, of course, the outcome. Rumbidzai, over to you.
Thank you, Rob, and good afternoon to our viewers, especially the students from the universities here represented. A warm welcome to you and thank you for watching. I'd like to let you know how we were judging this quiz. So for correct answers, we were giving 2 marks. And then for partially correct answers, we were giving 1 mark each for those questions. But you'll also note that there were some questions which that had ranges, and we were putting that into consideration. We were also not considering the issue of spellings. If a spelling was almost what we were looking for, we also awarded that mark as a correct mark. I think you have noted as we were going the categories that we had, and I'm very happy to announce that the category in which most of the students did well was family planning and contraception. And because these guys are from the universities, it really does show that learning is taking place in terms of comprehensive sexuality education. And also a very interesting question which almost all the students got correct was a question on the issue of condom use. Please give yourself a round of applause, and also in keeping with the Condomize campaign that is being carried out. We also, however, had a few issues in relation to the category on climate change, and I would like to encourage not only the students but us as a nation to maybe read more around issues of climate change, as that is something that we really need to focus on. But it has been an interesting 2 days. I would like to thank the students who have done very, very well. Basically, I think other categories that I have not really mentioned, STIs, HIV, SGBV, and sexual health, these were well answered. So the homework, or rather the takeaway, is for people to maybe focus a lot on the climate change category. Thank you very much. Right back to you, Rob.
Thank you so much, Rumbi. And indeed, something that I noted, and I think you could tell whenever I said our very favorite category, when I was talking about climate change, I really meant it was almost a disaster, as disastrous as climate change itself. Now, I have in the studio the director. He helped us open when we started yesterday, and I will implore him to come and speak, of course, his words of encouragement, of strengthening to those who made it thus far, and of course also to those who are watching from the spillover for us, and of course strengthen them and thank them for having participated in this absolutely amazing event. Jimmy Wolfwood, the director, please come through. So in the meantime, I will also, before Jimmy speaks to us, I will ask that today's event, we want to give a bit of a recap. There are some people who are just joining us right now. We've got a recap of today's events. So my technical director is going to play something for you so you see the road that we've traveled so far. So there they are, making a beeline for the studio. I'm good to go, and it seems so too are the teams. The rules remain as yesterday. Question number 1. In family planning, what does the abbreviation LARC stand for? In family planning, what does the abbreviation LARC stand for? Or what are LARCs? Apparently you're getting good word from the people. Your time is up. Stop writing immediately, and I shall ask commencing with Gwanda State University, that you read the answer that you have written on your slate.
Long-term acting reversible contraceptive.
Long-acting reversible contraceptives.
Long-lasting reversible contraceptives.
On which specific date did World Health Organization declare COVID-19 to be a global pandemic? Gwanda State University. Okay, you know what? We'll have this discussion a bit later on. But look, read what's on your slate.
11 March 2020.
University of Zimbabwe.
25 February.
30 January 2020.
The correct answer is 11 March 2020. Who knows things like that? Gwanda, find a situation relating to or resulting from the influence of human beings on nature. Okay. Okay. Stop writing. Gwanda State University, please state your answer.
Anthropogenic.
Okay. University of Zimbabwe.
Colonization.
And then the Midland State University.
Blank.
Blank. Gwanda, again, what do you guys do? The answer, apparently, is anthropogenic, which you got correct. And people, normal people are not supposed to get those questions correct. And normal people are not supposed to get those other questions wrong. So I'm thinking it's a sad month. It was a sad month for us. And if people were watching us on ZTN, we had a soft launch last year because we lost, it's in this month, the late former President Robert Mugabe. And he used to talk about colonization a lot. And I'm thinking he probably would have said, our anthropogenicizers who anthropogenitized our country. We took it and we are now sovereign. We are a free nation because we did away with anthropogeny. Since, of course, it's synonymous with colonization, according to the UZ. You couldn't even say colonization. Of course, I did promise that I would be going to the quarantine area, but I decided not to. If the mountain can't come to Muhammad, Muhammad must come to the mountain. They will come to me. To just give you a brief show of how close this was. There are 6 of you, and the points were as follows: 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. I will start by asking Bindura University, take the spot. You look confident of going through. Gwanda, where are you? Come and take the spot alongside Bindura. I will tell you that your 2 teams are separated by 1 point. One of you, as a team, is going through to the finals. The upside is Bindura is absolutely near. For now, get out of my studio. Unseal, send them out. I don't know what the others feel about it. What I can tell you, University of Zimbabwe, Harare Institute of Technology, my defending champions, Harare Institute of Technology, I will see you again in my studio when you hand over the trophy to somebody else. In the meantime, get out of my studio and get out, University of Zimbabwe. recap indeed we did, and I'm sure you now have a good picture of where we've come. And of course, we've come from that journey with the director, Jimmy Wilford. Jimmy, please speak to the constituency.
Good afternoon once again, and good afternoon our viewers, good afternoon the students. Congratulations guys for taking it this far. The investment that you made in terms of participating in this competition is quite awesome. We are quite encouraged as the organizing team, the effort that you did put. Certainly this was a competition, and this is a competition. This is the second edition. We had the first edition last year. It was quite interesting that I saw our quiz master, who was our quiz master last year. This year he was a participant. I'm not sure what's going to happen next year in the third edition, what he is going to be. Quite exciting. So as you know, in a competition, there are losers and there are winners. And indeed, we are all winners, yes. But when you are looking at this prize trophy, it's only one institution that is going to walk away with this trophy. So for those that are not going to lay their hands on this trophy, I would say also congratulations, tough luck. You would try more next time, like what our adjudicators alluded to. We could go and do more around climate change. It was quite exciting on how some were responding more, especially the balance of the participants. You know, when you look at Midland State University, legal students and the medical students, say what deals with the public health issues from a non-clinical perspective, and here we are with the student who is going to be dealing with public health from a clinical perspective, participating in this competition, which was quite good. I was also watching the interest. So Bindura University, they were doing very well in terms of the environment side, the climate change side. That shows us how balanced we are as students from the various institutions. So more importantly, for those that have failed to make it, don't despair. There is always more editions that are coming. We are going to have the third edition next year. And I must also congratulate you that you were able to, with Mr. Mkondiwa here, you know, you've always seen him on television and in newspapers. Now you were able to interact with him. That's also a plus for you. Eh? So guys, let's celebrate with those that are going to be announced as ultimate winners. And let's also take pride that we were able to come here and be part of this process. I thank you very much for the time that you invested in preparing for this competition. I saw the questions. They were really tough. I saw them on Sunday evening. I was shocked, but I'm happy that you were scoring good. Yes, some were having some very interesting answers. I remember Robert would simply say, HIT, please read loudly what you have written. Well, they would have written something very interesting. Eh? You see it again when you go back home. Rewatch. To our partners, our stakeholders, thank you very much for supporting the students. We continuously look forward to continue the partnership so that we can mutually benefit from the work that we are doing with the students. Thank you. Over to you, Robert.
Thank you, Director. It's been a pleasure. And I will ask you to remain here because we have something absolutely interesting. Now, on the side here, some will not be able to be privy to that, but my dear Sandra will be assisting me here. Those other 14 who fell by the wayside who are not here, you shall be giving them their medals of attendance. They've got bronze medals to remember this event by. And we shall be having coming in first Samantha Mukoi and John T. Guma from Great Zimbabwe University. And you shall be giving them their two commemorative We've got two commemorative medals here. John Guma, Samantha Mukoi. If it was another year, it would have been handshakes all around. This year is like a war. Elbows. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and you may make your way out because I remember I had asked you to leave earlier ago. Yeah. Mercy Mtoko, Bindura University of Science Education, and Tanaka, who's also from Bindura University of Science Education. The lovely Sandra here always knows how to a crowd favorite, Tanaka, who, because of just stand next to your director as the world sees you, because you deserve these 5 more seconds of fame before again I ask you to get out. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure, and you were amazing. Sports. I will ask Lizzie Gwanyanya from Manicaland and Prince Tarasada, also from Manicaland. They shall be coming through to receive their, because getting this far, they will have obviously pitted other people at their universities who will want to have been in these prime spots, but they made it. Thank you very much, all the way from Manicaland. And Prince, we were working with Prince on other projects because he's always active in other SRH projects around the clock and around the year. Congratulations and thank you for coming. And again, get out. Carlton Jacob and Trinette Nyawai from the Chinhoyi University of Technology. Thank you, Sandra. Please stand there, and some of you were battling to get the ultimate prize. When these guys decided no, they decided to leave early, but we kept them here because we love them. Trinette and Carlton, thank you so much and all the best next year. Paida Marufu Bonani Hlungwani, that's Lupane State University. They left back to back with Chinhoyi University of Technology. Take the spot. Thank you so much for making this a very exciting event that it was, and all the best next year. Tashinga Mungofa Tembani Kumalo, the University of Zimbabwe. You are the colonization team, aren't you? Yes, yes, yeah. Colonization. It was a fine run. It was fun while it lasted, and you came this close, as you absolutely know, but it was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for making this an amazing event. And finally, Anesu Chigumira and Maud Foucault from the Harare Institute of Technology. They're taking their time. They're probably unhappy. They had this trophy. They lost it. And at the moment, they are currently holding it. Technically, it's theirs until we hand this over. So Anesu and Maud, I'm going to ask you to get out again, but I want you at my entrance, because I also want you, when you hand over your glory to another team, and it's amongst these three, 2 faces shall replace yours. Leave. So it is what it is. I will now get to what everybody has been waiting for out there. What we shall do, and this at my discretion, is I shall announce the team that came in third. We shall start by handing over the gifts or prizes or awards that are due to them, and we'll ask you to go back to the podiums from whence you will have come. And then I shall announce the winner of the event, and may the runner-up come immediately and receive your runner-up prize. Before, of course, we have the Harare Institute of Technology, Director Jimmy Wilford and the entire team handing over, including we've got in our presence Ebenezer Novella, the National Coordinating Committee NCC Vice Chairperson. I would want him here to help with the handover, and then, of course, he will give us the closing remarks before I send everybody out of the studio and turn off the grid to save my electricity. So, I will tell you that of the 3 finalists, third had 13 points, the second had 17, and the first had 21. Those are the points. And I shall ask for the bronze medals from here. I have no clue who, but I'm sure Sandra, as good as she is in making sure we are disentangled, whenever there's an entanglement here, she knows how to deal with it. She will have ready for me the 2 bronze medals. I will also have a t-shirt for the team number 3. I know you want our flash drives. I'm going to give you those. So, bronze medal with 13 points, the National University of Science and Technology. Please come forward for your podium finish and your bronze medals. So, congratulations for a podium finish. You were dark horses, and whenever we would collate the results, we were always shocked at how you were always quietly eliminating the competition. You are the sort of people who would put discreet poison because everybody else was up and bubbly. You were right in the grass and nobody saw you coming. Congratulations. You may go back to your podium and go home and tell them, I, the boy from Keta, I'm coming home as well. I have got gold medals now that I need, that I will, I think I'll have my silver medals disentangled. Sandra. Bridget Dube Manavira is happy because she says her favorites, MSU and Gwanda, are 1 and 2. Somebody says they've got coronavirus symptoms. They're scared that the team they were not supporting may win. Get checked. Self-isolate. Yes, get checked. Self-isolate. Lawford Chiketa, go and self-isolate if you think you've got I think. And so it is that I shall announce number 2 podium finish. And I shall, of course, I know you've got power issues all around. I don't. And certainly I could see a lot of you excited with our buzzers, and you kept switching them on. And when you've got power issues, when you get back home, you've got these very strong traveler power banks going along with your silver medals. So, I shall announce the winning team, and may the runner-up immediately come and collect their prizes. With 17 points, Gwanda State University, you are number 2. Come and collect your prize. As MSU with the 21 that I mentioned, you are crowned today's kings and queens. And congratulations to Gwanda, another NUST, another 2 that were hiding all the time, lurking, that's the word, lurking in the shadows. Congratulations, and are certainly in order. You did marvelously and you played an absolutely amazing game. I will say before you leave, what made me endeared to you was how when the answer is not supposed to be known, it's like something right in the deepest depths of the ocean, you would know that answer. It seems you hated easy questions, but the hard questions, that's where you have a lot of fun. Congratulations, and we hope to see you next year. Take your podium, finish there behind that lectern. I shall ask that my studio be reopened one more time for the Harare Institute of Technology, as Anesu Chigumira and Maud Foucault also come to the stage here. I want you guys to stand over there a bit. Yep, absolutely. No, you're supposed to hand this over, and you have to tell. Yep. So I'll ask Jimmy. No, give it to them. They need to hand it over. Yeah, and so that this is not cheating. You will say we gave it away. If they ask you when you get back to the university, ko trophy takaisiya tisu takatovatambidza veku Midlands State University. So I think with 100 hours available of power, you don't need the power banks, you need these phones that I'll also put in along with your gold medals, because gold it certainly is. Take your time, walk up to the podium, do as you wish. Everybody was waiting for you because this is your moment, this is your time. Midlands State University, come forward. So I'm sure ku Midlands vari kuimba kuti maona here dhokota na lawyer, just in case she bungles up. Thank you, love. That's Sandra, who does not want to. Well, we'll briefly hand these over to you, just so that you feel them and you know there's something in there, because that is a very heavy trophy, and it is a very heavy burden for these two to be handing it over to you. It must be a painful feeling. So I have never handed over power like you guys are doing. So Robert, but now I'm superintending over you guys, and I'm seeing this transfer of power. How does this feel? This moment?
I must say it's not really a setting moment, but it's a moment to grow from your failures. You need to learn from your failures so that when the next competition comes, definitely next year, we have to come back and get our name in the grave again.
So not a saddening moment, he says, but they will. They've been motivated to come back and have that name, their immortal name of Harare Institute of Technology, again appended and engraved onto this. What a good sports team you are. And to you too, congratulations. The rest are going to need doctors because they're probably unwell. It is something that's not going to go down well with them. Some are going to need lawyers because there's going to be a lot of fighting. How did we lose? You have both. Congratulations. Hand over what does not belong to you and hand it over to the rightful owners. Congratulations, Jimmy. So, come forward for your pictures. And then I will ask at this moment that the National Coordinating Committee, NCC Vice Chairperson, also come and join in these festivities. Yep. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure they'll. And I think as you hold the weight of your win, I will keep you here holding that weight, because winning is not an easy thing. They say uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. You are wearing the crown for the next year rather, and well, congratulations, but feel the pain of having to hold that. And I will now allow Ebenezer Nobela to give us the closing remarks as we close what has been an eventful 2 days. And I will say this because I think we wanted to have you speak earlier, but Ebenezer means this far.
That's
exactly, the Lord has taken us. And of course, Ebenezer indeed for MSU. Ebenezer, it's your time.
Thank you so much, Rob. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the winners, our new and reigning champions, Midland State University. Congratulations very much on your achievement. We hope that the rest of our participants are motivated to go back and work harder so that they may stand a chance to stand where you are next year. Now, it's my singular honor to be giving the vote of thanks, particularly to thank our partners, to thank our participants. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Embassy of Sweden in Zimbabwe. They are our biggest partners. They've stood with us and they've supported us. So we are very, very much grateful. And in their absence, we would not have been able to have this festivity, so to speak, a success. Next up, I would like to thank our student participants from each university, each whom dedicated their time, their passion, their effort and sacrifice to make this year's edition of the quiz a success. And further, I would like to thank our 10 state universities, particularly the university authorities, for allowing us to engage in this very, very mind-blowing event, enlightening and also very educating in various areas. Great Zimbabwe University, Midland State University, NAST, the University of Zimbabwe, LSU, that's Lupane State University, Bindura University of Science, Education, Gwanda State University, Chinhoyi University of Technology, Harare Institute of Technology, as well as Manicaland State University of Applied Science. We remain grateful to the university authorities. Next up, we are also very grateful to our adjudicators who have impartially evaluated our results, and they have helped us to reach the stage that we're at. And I'm pretty sure our MSU fellas are very grateful for the meticulous job that has been done by our adjudicators. Also, I cannot emphasize it enough how much we are grateful to the Say What Secretariat, as well as the volunteers for Say What, for their running around and making everything here possible. You will also be aware that there's a lot of stuff that happens from behind the scenes and a lot of running around. So we are very much grateful for that. Next up, we also thank the ZTN production crew, who also have enabled us to reach the world, really, in this global era where just by being on the internet, you're able to reach any part of the world and share knowledge, this valuable knowledge, with the rest of the world. Also, it would be a great disservice for me not to mention our student movement from online platforms who have remained with us, participating, tweeting, retweeting, tagging, and doing all that wonderful business. We are very grateful to you, and may you continue with that support. It's something that we appreciate. It's something that's very beautiful for us. Finally, I would like to thank the noble gentleman standing next to me, Mr. Rob, our quiz master, who has been giving us quite a bit of entertainment here. And we're also very grateful. I don't know, however, from the look of things, if we're not going to be seeing him next year as a participant, because there is some sinister event that I saw. Anyways, having said this, I like to implore you as students from across the nation and the world over, that at the back of our minds, let's remain unrelenting in our core values as SRHR ambassadors. And that is to maintain our boldness, our vibrancy, our unending zest for learning. It's something that's invaluable to us, and it distinguishes us as a people and as students and as future leaders as well. So without really playing around with words and wanting to spend time on air more than I'm supposed to, I will take this time to thank you and also thank the NCC, my team, who also have accorded me the time to be here. And also to thank our executive director, The Weekend Farmer. Thank you so much. That will be all for me.
Thank you so much. And I will also say The Weekend Farmer, we need to thank him, the director, and also thank his housemates who are at home, who allow him to work with us on these very taxing events. And certainly some people out there, people who ardently follow us here on Zim Papers Television Network, you were saying, the comment section, we made this interesting. Of course, you made it interesting, and we would like to thank you all the time, eternally, for you and how you always support us. Sometimes, well, your comments are more savage than mine. What I will say is our hard work, our energy and tireless dedication has brought us this far, and indeed the ultimate winners are Midlands State University. Congratulations so much, and I know you now are feeling the pain of being winners, but now I will release you. I will release you, world, and thank you for joining us here on ZTN as I let the winners go home and enjoy themselves. We will see you next time on ZTN, on the numerous other programs and platforms. And of course, we will see you also next time when we host Say What. We've got debates, the quiz. It's certainly here because this is the home of Say What, a home that we've given them. And this is the home of the Swedish Embassy in Zimbabwe. Stay safe, have a great night, and stay at home. And we shall always remember you in our hearts.